Good Monday to everyone. It is March 21st, 2016. The time, 5:39 a.m. It's early in the morning. I want to thank Teresa, who shared this with me over on Facebook. What is the chances of an EMP strike? Now, look what's going on. We're talking about end-time Bible prophecy. Look at North Korea and their threat that they can incinerate Manhattan with a hydrogen bomb. And look at Barack Hussein Obama and his nuclear deal with Iran. And now they are, of course, they're not playing by the rules. They're firing missiles with, in Hebrew, writing on the side of the missiles, saying that they want to wipe Israel off the face of the earth. And we've got China in the mix. I'll put the link to this article below. It's quite long, but I'm going to share just a portion of it with all of you. This scenario could be more horrific than all Hollywood disaster movies combined. Experts warn of modern civilization stopped in an instant could be beyond cataclysmic for planet Earth. Imagine an America in a permanent blackout, without electric power, without communications, without mass transportation, without banking and finance, without food and water. Imagine the machinery of modern civilization stopped in an instant. Imagine the high-tech EMP threat killing millions of people the old-fashioned way through chaos, starvation, disease, and societal collapse. Sound impossible? I have to wonder. For a moment here, I have to wonder, could this be what the elite want to bring about, so they can bring about martial law and a new world order? I'm not talking about wiping Earth off of a map, but enough of an EMP attack to take down the grids and to cause chaos and panic in the streets. The EMP threat is as real as the nuclear weapons programs of Iran, and we're just talking about Iran, North Korea, China, and Russia. This is by Dr. Peter Vincent Pry, Electric Armageddon. I'll read a little bit more. All News Pipeline has reached out to Dr. Peter Vincent Pry, the executive director of the EMP Task Force on National and Homeland Security, after receiving an alarming lead from Donald J. Merker, who sends out a regular e-magazine and is a very concerned ANP reader, who warns us that even preppers likely wouldn't survive for long an EMP that takes down America's power grid. In fact, Donald warns all of life on Earth would probably be extinguished within an unknown period of time due to China syndromes all across the country, with the possibility of every nuclear power plant in America going into meltdown mode. If you'd like to get Donald's free e-magazine, several times a week you can email him directly at donaldmerker@gmail.com to be put on his mailing list. More than 5 years after the catastrophic earthquake in Japan on March 11, 2011, led to the devastating tsunami that leveled the Fukushima nuclear power plant, there still is no stop to the endless radiation flowing into the sea and into our atmosphere all across the Pacific Ocean and west coast of America and Canada and up to Alaska. We've seen the signs left behind as wildlife has perished in huge numbers as the food chain dies off, as documented in many different stories on ANP. ENE News, and several other alternative news websites. However, if we think that we are witnessing now, due to Fukushima's meltdown, is bad, we haven't seen anything yet. As we learn in this story, if an EMP were to strike America, China syndromes all across the country would soon wipe out the remaining 10% of human life that wasn't extinguished initially by the after effects of the EMP itself within the first year. In fact, some experts believe that such a scenario might be responsible for extinguishing all life on planet Earth. I don't think that's what the powers, the elite, are wanting to do, but I think they need to create a crisis out of chaos. And let me continue on. In fact, some experts believe that such a scenario might be responsible for extinguishing all life on planet Earth, as the fallout from the meltdown of all of our nuclear power plants soon spread worldwide. As we've seen in Fukushima, very little can be done to stop the meltdown process at nuclear power plants once they get out of control. Why is Obama ignoring a threat that could kill off 90% of Americans within a year to 18 months? Sadly, since very little to nothing is being done about hardening our electrical grid against the effects of an EMP, despite warnings going out from many different experts, including Dr. Pry and many other experts, as seen in this letter to President Barack Obama. You'll have this article. We have to ask, is this neglect of America's biggest Achilles heel intentional? I believe it is. In fact, Investors Business Daily penned a story back in March of 2015 asking if Obama was inviting an EMP attack upon America by Iran. The signs of something bad coming are all around us. Back in May 2015, Newsmax told NORAD had returned to Cheyenne Mountain while warning of a possible future EMP attack. Cheyenne Mountain is an enormous bunker in a hollowed-out mountain that can resist an EMP. In October of 2015, U.S. News and World Report ran a story telling us why building defense against a possible EMP had never been more important, and telling us we needed to stop ignoring it. Yet the threat continues to be ignored at the highest levels. In the month of March of 2016 alone, we've read more stories of warning from Dr. Pry, who shares that the Obama administration's willful blindness to the threats we face amount to denial. There's more to this story. I'm going to remind everyone, because the threat is real. It was 2 years ago, and I have the video on my channel. You have to go back through my videos where FEMA, Homeland Security, were in my backyard. They had Doberman pincer dogs. They had a search and rescue task force out there. They had the white vans. And they were going door to door in my neighborhood. And they had these cameras on these telescopic wands and looking into residents' windows and windows of vacant homes. And they didn't ask permission from anyone. They just came in and took over. And when I asked them, and I did my video, I said, what are you doing? They said they are doing a drill in case the power grids were to go down, an EMP strike. There's more to the story. I'll put the link below. God bless you today, and share this video. Subscribe to my channel.